All right. So we're on live now. We're here with Jason, Matt from X Fitness. How you guys doing today?
Hello, Interweb.
Interweb.
Greetings.
We've got questions. Hopefully, you've got answers. See, today is going much better than the failed attempt 2 weeks ago.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Is that thing over there, right there, spiking?
Spiking.
Yeah. Well, this is going up and down.
It's moving.
There we go. See,
We're good to go.
recorded.
Sometimes a little bit of motion is all you really need, and that's what we got.
All right. So,
Can we edit this?
nope. Going. I mean, yeah, but we're not gonna. I mean, that
F&A, Bruce.
that requires me to do a lot of work, and I'm not into that. All right. So the first question was belly fat. I believe Jason, you took this one last time. Let's do it again. Let's give it a try.
Well, all right. Belly fat. That's a real common question that as trainers we get when people come into the gym and specifically are asking, okay, how do I eliminate the fat right around my waistline, around the belly button, the love handles, areas like that. They're totally fine with keeping, obviously, the fat in their shoulders, back, legs, but they just specifically
The
want
sexy
to.
fat. Yeah, people like the sexy fat.
Yeah. Anyway, basically, to put it in a nutshell, the whole concept of being able to eliminate fat in a specific area is absolutely false. Absolutely false. This is what's called spot reduction. Spot reduction does not exist. It's an old philosophy, really made popular in the early 70s, kind of the Arnold and Franco days when they believed that if they did 1,000 sit-ups and like 2 hours of abs, that they'd eliminate fat specifically around their midsection, and it's just flat out not true. They develop very strong abs probably, but that's about all I can.
Sexy in its own way.
Yeah, true. In order to eliminate fat, it has to be done over the entirety of your body. When you exercise, when you diet correctly, you will eliminate fat all over. All right, and genetics play a little bit of a role in this. Some people, the fat cells will dissipate faster than others, but generally, you're going to lose fat everywhere. So, would you have anything to add to that?
Fat's like blood. I mean, you can't just draw the blood out of one part of your body. It draws from the whole part of the body.
Good call.
The other thing, too, that I think people kind of forget sometimes, or they maybe don't know or misunderstand, is you're not really burning fat in the gym. You're going to kind of set your body up to burn fat by the training that you do in the gym. Fat loss, unfortunately, it's simple. Doesn't mean that it's easy, but the simplistic aspect of it is that it's diet, nutrition.
Yep.
Watch what you eat. You'll start to lose fat. Train smart. Train consistently, and you'll see some nice steady changes there. And unfortunately, too, the one thing that really kind of sucks is that usually the first place that you put fat on is going to be the last place that you lose it. So everybody's got those trouble areas. I hate my saddlebags, but so the first place that you put it on is going to be the last place that you lose it, and so it tends to kind of jump out, and really you tend to notice those trouble spots more than other spots.
All right, so I believe the second one was cardio. There's a couple people that actually no, I'll take that back. Squats. What can I do instead of since a lot of times I'm training on Saturday and Sunday, maybe there's not somebody there to spot me. I don't have a buddy. What can I do instead of just straight up squats? Basically to do by myself and not injure myself.
Well, you could get stronger, so you don't have to worry about that.
Reclaim your manhood, Bruce. Reclaim your
do that.
manhood and squat.
I'm telling you, that 135 is a strong option. I'm going to hit it one of these days. It's going to happen.
There's all kinds of stuff you can do. I mean, like just a traditional back squat, you don't have to do that. It's I like that.
Sometimes I get angry. I like to throw it. The weight completely over my head.
I have witnessed this.
You're a strong man when you want to be. No, I mean single leg squats, body weight squats, squats off the bench, squat to a bench, squats for reps, squats for time. The weight and the load is entirely up to you and what your training goals are and what you're trying to accomplish. Everything else is really up for debate. Give yourself options. find a trainer, have them show you some different things that you can do. There's always something else that nobody's really got.
Love it. Sorry.
So I'm looking at me.
Yep.
Bruce is over here looking at him. And so,
It's just all screwed up.
yeah, it's a little awkward. Phil's in the corner just kind of watching creepily.
That's bad.
We should probably pan to Phil at one point.
Oh gosh.
No, but anyway, just to finish up on that, learn to squat correctly, learn to squat well. Everybody's done it. Very few people actually do it correctly. So find somebody who you trust, knows what they're talking about, and will take the time to teach you correctly how to do it, to the point where you're comfortable doing it on your own, whether it's a back squat, a front squat, a split squat, Bulgarian squat, bodyweight squat, lunge, reverse lunge, lunge off a step. There's 1,000 different options. It's just a matter of kind of learning what you have available to you and learning how to do it correctly.
Just to add on to what Matt was saying with that, a lot of that with many people can be more of just a pride thing of not being willing to ask for help, having somebody else look at what you're doing. I've been squatting 10 years now, and 9.5 of them were done incorrectly, inefficiently. Since I've known Matt has helped me tremendously with my own.
Has
with
it
my
been
own
6
squat.
months now?
It's been almost 6 months.
Happy half
dude.
anniversary.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I
But
feel like you guys should have a card exchange at this point.
It's like the third longest relationship of my life right there.
But yeah, just I mean, you can never know too much about fitness, about lifting, about training. Always keep an open mind no matter where you're at, and be willing to ask for help. So.
All right. And I know that you're not a huge fan, and I'm speaking to Matt directly, of running on the treadmill for cardio.
No.
Okay. Why?
I feel for most people it's actually a waste of time. I am a big believer in the one thing that you need to worry about is getting stronger. If you get stronger, everything else will start to fall into place. I feel like most people, they see going for a run, jumping on the treadmill as kind of their gateway into getting into shape, into conditioning. Fact of the matter is most people, when they jump on a treadmill trying to get in shape, they're going to end up messing themselves up, hurting themselves far before they actually get in what they would call a traditional in shape. Your body's not set up to do it. Ankles, knees, back. It's really far more detrimental than it is beneficial for the vast majority of people that do it. Train to run, don't necessarily run to train. I'm a big believer in that. Spend a little bit more time on the resistance training, the weight training, getting stronger. Other things start to fall into place. The stronger you get, other things fall into place a lot more quickly.
And usually, I mean, for those people that do initially think, okay, I need to get back in shape, I need to lose some pounds. That's what they think. Okay, I need to lose 30 or 40 pounds, so I'm going to start running. All that extra weight on their frame, and then putting it in running, it's just that much more impact on joints. In many ways, a lot of people do more harm than good, and they go a couple weeks and all of a sudden knees start hurting, the ankles start hurting, the hips, low back, and that's one way they'll stop entirely. They just kind of lose hope with it.
Yeah, you want to jump on a treadmill, instead of jumping on and trying to go for a half an hour run, put it 2.5, 3 miles per hour, crank up 10% incline, 12% incline, 15% incline, walk for 20, 25 minutes, and then tell me how much you enjoyed that. It's a little bit unpleasant. It's a lot less hard on your body, but you get a lot of really good impact from it.
Would you say that there's a big difference between running outside and running on the treadmill as far as?
Absolutely, huge difference. It hits the musculature of the body completely differently. The impact on your joints is completely different. I forget who it was. It might have been Nick Tuminello, or it was talking about the human body is built to run, which is true. Human body's not meant to run in crazy shoes on concrete for great distances. It's really hard on your body to run. I mean, it is. Once you get stronger, some people are built, have a more natural build for running. How the footfall hits the ground, stuff like that. It all plays a part in it. But yeah, running outside is different than running on a treadmill. It's all running. You see very few sexy joggers where you're like, wow, I I envy that person's phenomenal build. It doesn't happen. People start to get kind of broken down and soft, and you very seldom see a jogger that looks like they're enjoying what they're doing. I mean, it's more kind of a death march, war of attrition kind of thing, where it's like, I'm going to go out and do this until I get in shape. Well, you're going to quit way before you actually get in shape.
All right. Trying to think, what else did we have that we talked about? I know those were the three main ones.
Picking a personal trainer.
There we go. Yeah. Guys that are starting out with, your New Year's resolutions, things like that, and you've decided that you're going to do that, basically going out there with a trainer.
Be a consumer. You spend days and weeks and months doing your research on your new TV, your new car, your new carpet, schools for your kids, groceries. Spend some time looking for a trainer. Talk to different people, see what different people have to offer you, kind of their approach, how they pitch it to you, their willingness to work with you. Find somebody who's willing to spend the time to teach you how to do things correctly. Find somebody who's willing to spend the time and has the know-how to see what you don't do very well, how to improve those weaknesses, strengthen those weak links so you don't break. You should never get hurt in training. You might get a little bit dinged here and there, and that's just a byproduct. I'm more afraid of shoveling my sidewalk than I am of working out. If something hurts, you're doing it wrong. But spend the time to find somebody who is willing to work with you. I don't care what somebody's name says. I don't care what their logo says. I don't care how important they seem to think they are. Find somebody who's willing to work with you. If they're not going to spend the time to work with you individually, not give you a big blanket workout that I've got 100 other people doing this week. Find somebody who's willing to work with you individually based on your body type and your needs. If they're not willing to do that, find a new trainer.
Absolutely.
All right. One other thing that we talked about on multiple occasions was, just nutritional timing, things like that. I'm still at a loss for that. I think I probably will be for the next 20 to 25 years. But just, talk a little bit about nutritional timing as far as training, or is that going to have to be individualized per person as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, it is. I mean, everybody's different, and how their body reacts to certain things. Are you talking like more specifically like around workouts, like nutritional timing?
Correct. Yep. So, I know that obviously, I should be getting my protein in afterwards and get a pre-workout in, all that stuff. But just, looking at a diet and saying, okay, you need to be getting, this meal and then train a couple hours later getting this meal rather than.
And just this specific topic alone definitely, should answer the question of how important it is to seek help with training, because depending on your goals and what you're looking to do, there is a different answer to that topic. If you're working more for athletic performance, if you're trying to specifically lose weight or whatever your goal is, your nutrition is going to be different, and it's not cookie cutter. What I'll take in around my workout and throughout my day, nutrient timing as well as my total caloric intake is going to be obviously very, very different than 130-pound chick. I would hope so. But for instance, for you being a fighter, making sure that you have proper nutrition to make sure that your body is more specifically during your workouts being efficient and able to perform, very, very important. Pre-workout, making sure you're getting a decent amount of carbs, light protein, simple carbs, things. Honestly, something as simple as like an apple or a Gatorade, something along those lines. A lot of people would argue that during a workout, having a Gatorade or something like that is going to help to keep that insulin level spiked, and your body's going to respond better. And then obviously post-workout nutrition, whether you're looking for specific athletic performance or trying to make some sort of change in your body composition, recovery is everything. You have to understand that by absolute definition, when you work out, what you are doing is you are breaking down muscle fibers. You are breaking down the muscle, and so that's what a lot of people kind of don't understand about working out is the recovery is just as important as the actual workout. And that's something that a lot of people, especially young people, don't quite get. They'll go into a gym, they'll bust their butts, they'll work their heart, put their hearts in their workouts. And then they just go home and sit. They don't eat. They don't eat properly. They don't get that protein or the carbs that the body needs in order to recover properly. So kind of open-ended. I know that's not specific to what you're looking for. It really, really depends on what their goals are, wouldn't you say, Matt?
You can fine-tune it around goals and kind of the intensity of the training. I think by and large, eat food, man.
Yeah.
Eat real food. Don't drink it out of a shake if you can help it. Don't eat it out of a bag or a box. Eat real food. Protein, carbohydrates, good fats. The vast majority of people are hugely underfed. You watch people try to get into a workout. I mean, the whole point of working out is to get a good workout and finish it so you can get on with the rest of your day. It shouldn't be an absolute death march to get through a workout because you missed a meal. Eat some food. Eat some breakfast. Eat some lunch. Eat some dinner. Write down what you eat. I think when you start writing down your food over the course of a few days or a week and you start to look back at it, you're not going to have nearly as much food as you thought you did. Almost everybody, whether you're trying to gain weight, lose fat, across the board, most people don't eat enough food. And yeah, you need to eat more food to lose fat. That is a truth. I almost guarantee you will need to eat more food.
All right, I'm going to start going buy some Ho-Hos later and start eating up.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Glad you listened.
All right, well, that about does it for me. What do you guys have? Anything else? Or otherwise, we might actually be done with this thing. Who knows if it actually is recording this time?
It better be.
Yeah, eat more food, lift more weights, feel better, look better naked. Everybody wins.
We'll start sending in requests next time for the wonderful show that you guys are going to do here, and I'll probably put it out in about 2 or 3 weeks.
I'm gonna go tan because I look absolutely horrible.
You know, it's the white balance. That's what you can just blame it on that.
It's February in South Dakota.
Tell you what, let me try something here before we let you go. We'll just see what we can do.
Color, if you can change that.
Yeah.
There we go.
That doesn't help at all. Nice. Actually, let me do it this way. There you go. And yeah, there you go. Nice and red.
There we go.
That's not.